Back again, guys. So as you see here, New Zealand dollar. So I thought it's must to for me to record this video because sometimes these prices they try to hit your stop. They're not the prices, the market makers. What I mean to say. So they do definitely do all whatever they can to hit your stops. So it's all right. Now as I'm expecting New Zealand dollar to spike up. So right now it's just like a testing of the low, but what I'm going to do is as this is like about 7-8 pip, I'm going to increase a little bit to a 10 pip stop. Why? I'll tell you why. And like I was expecting in Euro USD, I told you like I'll take a one lot buy position here, and here it is. I was expecting this drop and I bought it, and yeah, okay. So I bought it. Okay, I bought this without any hesitation. It's a single lot trade, and GBPST I have to take a lot trade now. These are going to be huge now. I was saying it's a 5 pip stop. These are good stop hunts, and it can easily give us like about 65 pips here. And I was already telling you I'm expecting a lot, 50 pips there, and not much interested in USD now, and it didn't drop yet, but I'm expecting it to drop, and not in ODSD. I'm not taking a trade in ODSD. So these are very low risk trades. This is just a 5 pip stop. And here it is just about 7 pip stop. So talking about New Zealand dollar, it's about 10 pip stop. I can actually go again a long trade, but it's I don't want to take too many trades, and it's like too much stress to handle. I'm already in a very good position right now, so you don't want to take too many trades. Okay, so that's it, guys. Might get stopped here. Looks like that. It might just take it off. It happens many times. You might you might be in these kind of situations where they say that where it actually makes you feel like that it hit your stop and the market turned around again. It makes you feel like the market dropped just to hit your stop. It happens so many times, and it happened to me so many times. So what happens is this is a 15-minute bird candle, and we are just 2 minutes away. So what happens is it might just drop and close back inside this low. That's how they manipulate and take out the stops. It might be sometimes even the broker they do such things, and the market makers, they know your positions, where the positions are. And just like me, there might be some hundreds of $100,000, hundreds, I mean to say thousands of traders who might have taken $1 million worth of trades here with the stop just here. And the only one way to be profitable here for the market makers is just to hit the stop and close back inside again. Okay, just like you see this here. Many might have entered long here, thinking that it's a higher high and above the moving averages. And look what happened. Just went above this. Maybe a few more traders might have entered long here with a stop here, and see what happened. So this is just like a manipulation here. It could be done by anyone. So this is how you need to manage. Now I think you might be you must have seen how how I'm been managing my trades, looking at these charts every day. So this is how I do. So anyways, the one thing you can learn from this is if this gets hit and turn again, then you'll learn something from this. This might happen many times, or it's possible to happen tomorrow or day after, and even after a week. So then you will learn from this. Next time when you trade again, then you will understand okay, it's hitting my stop. I'm in the right trend, but sometimes it does hit my stop, and and the markets turn around again. So if you see such kind of experiences, then you will learn from it. Now this is what I have learned. I find the high lows of the day. The problem here is sometimes my stop get hit. It gets hit. So it's very difficult sometimes to understand these. So for example, now if you want me to take a very aggressive trades here, okay, and then now what I can do is I can take a New Zealand dollar buy here. Now this is just right there, and just like 4 pips, 4 pip. I don't care, 4 pips. Okay, but I'm doing this just for the education's sake. Okay, many people would have entered long here. Many people would have entered long here. Now this candle is telling everyone that sell New Zealand dollar. Now one thing you can learn from this video is how these people turn New Zealand dollar upwards again from here, or how it spikes down. Looking at more open trades here, the long trades where they can actually book profit by hitting my stop loss. So I'm risking actually too many pips. It's okay, but you'll learn a lot from this for sure. You'll definitely learn a lot from this. So that's it, guys. These are the trades now. I want to, just hold this like this live, because this is a very interesting position which we are in, where you can learn a lot, like how you need to control your emotions. Now, many people will go mad, like what to do. Okay, this previous video is just uploaded. You can go to my channel and can check it out. And so you look at this now, how beautiful it is moving upwards. I'm going to record this live. I'm going to stay here, sit here, and I'm going to show you this, how they actually just turn it on, how the manipulation works, how the market makers work, and how you need to manage your stop loss and take profits. It's too much to take, but this is how they behave. Now, if you don't want to be greedy enough, so what you can do now? Just have a take profit just here. Okay, don't think that markets will just rise and what some people will do. They'll take a fib of this, and they'll say, okay, and my take profit is 50%. That's about 88 pips. That's what they do. But it doesn't happen like that. Like now how you're thinking and expecting Euro USD to correct at least 50%, and what happens is, like there would have been so many people would have thinking, must have thought, like this is high, this is low, and this is nice reversal. You can take at least 50% profit from here, and many would have went long here, right? And look what happened. It dropped. It dropped from there. Might have taken all the stops from there. So this is how they do, and you need to be careful because this is the reason you always need to have a stop loss, because some people would have taken wrong thinking that it's just bullish, and if you won't have stop, this is what happened. 143 pips down, and you might have checked Euro USD trade, which I actually closed with a 30 pip profit yesterday. That trade was taken like 2 weeks back. I was expecting Euro USD to drop around here. I was expecting 300 pips profit, but it went against my trade. It moved like about 180 200 pips. So anyways, guys, I'm gonna hold this. I'm gonna be here right with you guys and show you how this how these pairs actually manipulate you, and how you need to control your emotions. You'll learn everything from here in this video. This video you'll learn. Okay, let's go to 1 minute. This is more convincing to all people, like how the patterns actually turn around. And let me go here. So what we'll do, we'll minimize, and let's just have New Zealand all there. Yeah, that's it. We'll just minimize all the other pairs, so we can watch all these pairs at once. You need to. This is because this is the videos are for you to learn. You need to learn from this. So one thing, you learn why you need to have a stop loss. Second thing, we'll also tell you like why you shouldn't be greedy and what it means to be greedy. Learn everything. This video you'll learn. Okay, perfect. So let's see how either it doesn't matter if my stop gets hit. It doesn't matter at all. I just don't care today, because now it really happens, because like when I'm not there, usually it turns around and my stop gets hit. But now I'm here right now, and I'm showing you this video, recording this live, and you're able to watch how these market manipulations happen. You can check everything. See, it shows that like it's gonna drop, but it won't be dropping. It won't. So in this webinar, you are going to learn how the reversals are actually made, how they induce all the short sellers to get in and make them take short positions, and confuse all these buyers, and showing them that it will drop more, and it won't drop, it will turn around. Okay, and just look at this. What does this tell you? What does this tell you, this pattern? This pattern tells you like, they are pulling Euro GBP down. Okay, they are pulling Euro GBP down. It's all right. No, nothing's gonna happen. If I lose these trades, I'll make tomorrow. Not a problem at all. But you have to learn from this video at any cost. You have to learn. You have to learn how these lows are made for the day. You have to learn how they turn around. You have to learn how to manage your stop loss, how to manage your take profits. You have to learn how not to be greedy. You have to learn how to be patient. You have to learn how to be emotionally strong, which is more important. So single lot trades, yeah. All these are single lot trades. It's 1.3 lot here, it's 1 lot here, and 2 lots in here, so $1. It's really funny, because I really do these kind of trades. We don't get these kind of opportunities, because like one side it's oversold. You have a reversal here, you have the patterns, you have a perfect pattern where it shows you that it's actually manipulating you, or many other traders there. Then you just enter. The risk is very less. The risk is very less. So you can actually take the risk to make these number of pips. It's not being greedy. It's about being confident in what you have learned. I hope I'm making sense. Just look at this trades. I'm gonna just leave this. I'm just gonna leave this. And I'm sorry to say, like, this might be a little boring to you guys, but you have to bear it if you want to learn how to trade rather than losing money. And there will be, I'm sure, like there will be like so many people like I'll for a minute, what I'll do is I'll take a 15-minute. I'll just many people, what they would do, they'll take a long position. They'll be very happy thinking that it will go to 50 pips or 100 pips from there. But what happens? It turns down. Now what happens is, like, there are few people, like, if they are good in understanding the trend, they'll take a long position again. But there would be some other people, like, who just get confused. And what do? They close the buy trade, they enter short. It's what they do. So what happens here is, like, you just need to be confident enough in what you're trading. If you don't understand the trend, it's obvious, like, you're going to lose, because, like, you're just going blindly. That's not the way to trade. That's not the way to be a trader. And intraday, that's even worse. If you do such if you are gambling yourself, that's even worse. So it's all right. Stay here, watch the trades, and just keep watching. You'll learn a lot from this. And how long I'm going to be recording this trade, I'm not sure if I can hold. If I can stay for 1 hour or 2 hours or 3 hours. What I'll do is, like, now, for example, in Euro USD, my profit target here is here. So I'll just move this, take profit there. That's about 30 and 20. Let's put 30. Let's set 3 pips itself. Now here, my profit target is here. So it's about, oh no, that's we're looking at the 15-minute chart, right? So my profit target is here. That's about 30 pips. And here, my profit target is the same, almost the same. That's about 40. Let's go back to 1 minute chart. You see, now they're rising. Sometimes, it becomes very hard to actually believe these kind of moves, because the way they turn it on is, like, amazing. It's just amazing. Like, you will feel like it didn't just happen, or the way they move, you feel like, someone is actually watching your trades, someone is actually watching you very close, and they're actually moving the trades against you, trying to hit your stops. That's how they make you feel. So look at all these trades. And I'm not sure what's happening with USSVC now. I feel like having a look at that pair, but no. Let me just hold for a few more minutes. Let's see what's gonna happen. It's going to be really interesting, because from tomorrow you won't be looking at the markets the way you used to do all these years or months or days. It's going to change everything. It's going to change your view regards to trading. And I'm sure it will make you better. You'll feel better, because you'll think like market makers, and you'll feel like if you keep guessing the patterns, it's not about guessing, it's about understanding the patterns. You'll feel very confident in your trades when you trade. Like, for example, here, I was very confident in taking these trades. I'm actually recording this live, so you can understand my confidence. The confidence is, like, the first thing is, I don't care if I lose these, if I get stopped out. That's first thing. I don't care if this is not happening. Let's say if this goes to a consolidated stage, I don't mind. I just don't care. So look at this. This is how this is how the spikes are being done, and look at this, how USD is maintained in a consolidation phase, pushing Euro GBP down. Interesting, isn't it? So let's see. I'm sure if there will be, like, we'll see very much more better spikes now. It's because you see now this has spiked down, so now this will be like a retracement here. This will spike up, so we'll see good moves now, very good moves now. and New Zealand dollar is very obviously it's very strong there, saying that it's not going to move at all. Now let's see, this will spike up from here because this is like a double bottom on 1 minute chart, so now it should reverse, so that will be a very quick one. So I'm expecting New Zealand dollar to be very quick to here. You see, there you go. Madness, isn't it? So anyways, like, as if you are watching these videos, I don't know if you have still any doubts, and all I want you to do is, like, get back and discuss with me, and do discuss, like, ask me questions, like, anything, just ask me. Let's look at this on the 15-minute chart. Oh, sorry, this is a 5-minute on New Zealand dollar. You see, nice reversal. Now here's the interesting, what I'll do is I'll move the stop loss here. Okay, I'll move my stop. Right at lows, right at the low. Now if you actually see what happened here, this trade is just a 2-pip stop. Just a 2-pip stop. And just waiting for this to spike upwards, because this is like retracements. Now when the volume is increased, this shows the volume has increased. Now that tells like it's going to spike up. The next move will be a very quick one. Now here, I had this, I'll move this top to right there, right there. That's it. This is like 6-pip stop, and let me manage my trade here. Okay, I'm good with this. EURUSD. Now, if EURUSD drops below something like this, now the whole pattern for me is just invalid. Just invalid. Something is asking me to take one more trade here, but the way it's dropping makes me worried. Oh, it's almost right near my stop. Okay, it just got stopped. Now, okay, let me wait for this this bar to just close. You have seen how I got stopped here. Okay, let's go to 5-minute. Now, just wait. Just keep looking at these bars now. How I was speaking about, like, there will be a 15-minute bar which goes below the previous lows and close inside. All right, we have 10 more minutes there, and let's see how it's gonna be. And let's go to 5 minutes. So yeah, now as you have seen, one stop get hit. My stop in USD got hit. And here GPS is like spiking up. New Zealand dollar is like holding there. Let's go to 5 minutes, 15 minutes. Now, I'm actually like, a little disappointed here because I was expecting quick spikes in USD, but it's all right. Like, no, I was always telling, like, this will be a good lesson for you guys to learn from this video. It's all right. This I just lost a 0.3 lot trade. Now, like, look at this. I'm actually going to enter along here. After closing, I'm just waiting for this 1 minute candle bar to just close. I'll take a single lot trade. You just watch. I'll just take a single lot trade there. I'll take a single lot trade with the stop just here. It's going to be a 4 or 5 pip stop. I'm just waiting for this. Okay, now this move worries me a little bit because okay, it's closing above. I just want this 1 minute candle bars to close above this bar, so that tells me, like, I can just go along closing my eyes. Now, at least this candle should close above, and so now has this is going to be a 3 pip stop. Okay, it's going to be a 3 pip stop. If I enter right now, but I'm just thinking because, like, I already have 1, 2, 3, 4 trades. GBSD is like beautiful. I don't see the same in USD. Alright, you see, that's the move. I'm going to take a long on this USD, another single lot trade. After this, close off this single 1 minute bar. See, the thing is, like, you will be entering a trade after seeing a pattern, but what happens then is, like, you need to wait for a few confirmations, and once there's a confirm, I mean to say is, once, like, you will see the patterns, like, supporting the bigger patterns, the multi-time frame patterns. That gives you more confidence to go long, and this is what happened here. I've seen this pair, New Zealand dollar. I entered long here, and then this pattern again here. It told me, like, it's going to go rise again. This is just a manipulation. It helped me to enter again. Simple as that. Okay, where are we right now? Let's go to 1 minute chart here again. And the rules for me is, like, I don't want to see Euro USD closing below this candle, this low. I don't want to see any 1 minute candle closing here. Closing, not the spike down. I'm talking about the closing. And let's look at this New Zealand dollar. This is clean. GPSD is also clean. And watching this close because I do have my stops right here, but it's good. I need to monitor this because, like I was telling you, now as these are at lows, I have to monitor these pairs because if something goes wrong, this will be like a disaster. I need to close the monitor being confident, not in a confusion. And so far they are good. So 1 lot trades now. When I was confused, I took a 1.3 lot trade. Now it allowed me to take a single lot trade. Come on. So just keep looking. So the best way to do is like pausing this recording and for some time, because like you can't keep staring at these charts. I generally don't do this staring thing, because now this is confirmed. Now it's making a higher high on 1 minute chart. And think about this: it's a high high. The trend changed in 1 minute chart. Then the 5 minute chart, it rose above there. It goes above there, and slowly it will change everything. There you see, it just moved up. So, anyways, guys, this is beautiful. GPS is beautiful, and if you see, this is just a F6 pip stop, and where I am here in New Zealand dollar is this is like a 2 pip stop, and this one is like about 10 pip stop, and here 6 pips, 6 and 8 pip stop, 14 pip stop. Beautiful, everything is going well. Now I'm relaxed. I'm very relaxed right now, because the patterns are very clear right now. So that's it, guys. I'm gonna pause this for now, and we'll be back in some time. We'll be having very clear news, and hope you learned a lot how these reversals are made now, how I got stopped out, and how I re-entered this trade, because it can do once, but can't do twice or thrice in the green. We already did many times here. It already let me go to film. It's already done here. It took out all the stops there. So thank you very much, guys. I'll be back in mid session, and if I have anything again, I'll be back. I'll record this video again, and if I'm closing these trades in between or anything like that, I'll come back and record this video, because this is about learning. I want you guys to learn. Okay, thank you very much. I'm going to pause this now. So back again, guys. So you see, we got stopped out in Euro USD, and this looks like a nice reversal, but I don't want to take another long trade here, because we have enough trades already, and I also forgot about my USD yen trade. I had to close it right there, because like this more looks like a retracement now. It doesn't look like a reversal there. And GBPUSD is it did drop back to those, but it's gonna spike up now. And New Zealand dollar is also showing us decent profits there. So you see how we got stopped out in euro dollar. I was talking about making a new low, spike down, and close inside again of the previous low. This is how they do. They always do like that. Now this had cost me like about $10 worth of trades here, and I lost them. It's all right, because I'm gonna make decent profits here, and it's better to be like to think like it's better to be in safe rather than thinking about profits more. So like I was always telling you, like it's more about like managing your trades rather than like thinking about profits. Okay, now this here, this doesn't convince me. It's not convincing me at all. Like it's a bullish one. So I feel like maybe Euro USD will like hover around here and then drop and make new lows, and this this one here, it should have just spiked up. Now this looks to me like this is a intraday high reversal, and this is just a retracement of this whole this drop. So that is the reason I'm closing this trade too now, because I'm not convinced. Okay, and New Zealand dollar, Here we are in a different case here because GBSD did show us a reversal on the top side here as well. But coming to New Zealand dollar, it's the other way around. Like this looks like a reversal from the downside. I don't see this as a reversal. So I'm still expecting New Zealand dollar to just spike up, some hover around and then spike up, while dropping GBSD and making new a low. And this might make a new low again here, and you might see a reversal then. So I closed my GBSD trade as you are looking at them. And now look at this AUD/USD pair. Even this here looks like more like a reversal on the highs. That should pull New Zealand dollar low, So when you're really not convinced about the patterns, the first thing you need to do is just close them. Okay, you might have made a lot more pips with the same pattern, but it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen every time. So it's better to close these trades. And that's it, guys. You see, I was talking about this has Euro GBP dropped to the lows, and so basically we made ourselves in a very comfortable zone right now because as you see, we are probably at the break even for sure, and just waiting to see if I have any other opportunity to like you remember my USD trade, we took a long year, we had to close this trade at break even, and now you see I would have hit our take profit. So that's it, guys. I hope you learned a lot the way we trade and manage our trades. And it's always not that if somebody is like telling you, like giving you signals, doesn't mean that they're making profits of each and every trade. Okay, so this is the reason I wanted to be transparent. I wanted to be transparent to you guys. And the way I manage my trades, the way I deal with these trades, how I close them, how I trade them, everything. Just wanted to be transparent. And you have seen the way I lost Euro/USD trades. And I was telling you, like, this video is actually, I'm making this video is for you to learn, how our stops are hit. Now, if it drops, it's okay. You might be thinking like it's a downtrend, we entered a long trend, and basically it's a wrong trade, right? But here, as you see, now if Euro/USD rises, you'll understand why this pattern is so important, and you'll understand how we have to manage our trades, how these market makers hit our stops. You'll understand each and everything if it is rises from here. If it drops, obviously it doesn't matter, because it's just you'll have a note saying that we just entered in a wrong trade. Simple. But if it rises, obviously you learn something today. Okay. And that's it, guys. Nothing more interesting today. If Euro/USD would have risen from here, I would have had no problem, no issues. Now, for example, now here, I feel like taking a long trade. If the next 15-minute bar goes above this kind of bar, I'll enter a 0.30 trade with stop here, and that's about 10 pip stop. That's about 15 pip stop. So 0.30 trade is a very good one. Okay, now here we have an opportunity to take a long position in Euro GBP. Could give us like easy 20 pips. But this should be in bull. So that's it, guys. What I'll do is I'll pause this video for now.
I'll be back again showing you how I enter this. Okay, doesn't look bullish anymore because this has broken this candle. Okay, I'm done. I'm going a 3-0 lot trade. Lot trade here. Okay. If this turns really bull, technically, I would have made easily $1,000 today itself. But it's all right. It happens so many times. You should not just carry it away with now you see in news we see 5 more minutes we have. Well, if this closed, once this is closed, I'll take a short trade here. Okay, this is more convincing now. I can take a single lot trade here, short there. So it's okay because rather than making pips being blind, it's good to have a confident trades and trade confidently. And just waiting for a few more minutes. So USD just turned bullish. Now I want to see USD somewhere here because you'll learn a lot from this video itself, because the way it took our stops and how it made us feel like it might drop, and see the way it's been rising there. Had I not taken the single out trades, had I taken like 0.30 lot trades, I would have kept these trades. I would have left these trades just like that. So just waiting for another 2 minutes. Looks like we we lost about we would have made easy $400 to $500 by now, but it's all right. We have much better positions now because now if it drops, obviously tomorrow it's gonna drop, so that tells us the long-term trend, and we can make more profits tomorrow. Okay, a minute more and we'll take a shot there. So you see here, it's just spiking up 6 pips. I was just thinking what you thought actually when we were right here in New Zealand dollar. If this candle actually stopped right near there, it's completely bearish for me because spike up and close inside. So this is a stop of 8 pips, about 9 pips. It's a single lot trade there. And that's it. I'm convinced for now, and let's see what's gonna happen. And hopefully we'll have decent trades. I'll be back again in US session or late UK session, That's after like 3-4 hours. By then we'll have a very decent moves in USSVC. Either I get stopped out or either I'll make decent profits. So we'll see that. Thank you very much.